violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
We're following breaking news right now in Raleigh. There's a heavy police presence surrounding an apartment complex.
Authorities combing through that scene for hours now. Our Tamara Scott is live gathering details. Good morning, Tamara.
Chico.
Yes, good morning, John. We're right here off of that Glen Park area, and you can see here behind me, police are still investigating this area. We do know, police have confirmed with me that a man was shot here earlier this morning, and we do know that police have been here for several hours at this point. They were searching through the woods with their canines looking for answers and evidence as to what led to the situation. In this video you see here, we know that police were marking markers in the middle of a parking lot where this area is closed off, and that is still where they're investigating this morning. We've seen police going in and out behind this police tape here behind me investigating. We're still working to learn more about what exactly happened here.
So we're in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's getting bad all over the country. You know, in Raleigh, they were known to get busy, but it's like nonstop now. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of stories come out of Raleigh, and maybe I'll pay more attention to it. But you can see every major city is pretty much erupting with violence, particularly perpetuated by the super gremlins on Demon Time.
We do know that man that was shot was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Back to you.
In the meantime, we were following this scene earlier out of Raleigh, North Carolina. These are not live pictures, but this was what we were showing you earlier. Unfortunately, our photographer on the scene had to move further back. The police were telling him there, but we did and have confirmed that this active shooter situation is still underway. According to multiple media outlets in the Raleigh market, multiple people have been shot, including a female off-duty officer.
Wow. So, 5 people shot in total, I believe. 4 confirmed dead. It's absolutely despicable. Absolutely sad. Mass shooting. Okay. This is a mass shooting. Underreported mass shooting, but a mass shooting nonetheless. And it's not getting national news, so that kind of gives me an indication on who the suspect truly is.
There may be multiple fatalities. There may also be multiple crime scenes. Like I said, one thing we have confirmed, this is what we do here on Live Now from Fox. We're experiencing this event together. We bring you information as it comes to us. Again, media outlets in North Carolina reporting there may be multiple victims. Right now, one thing we have confirmed is a hospital in eastern Raleigh confirmed that it has received 3 patients. So that is the latest information that we have here, that according to the calls we placed, a hospital in eastern Raleigh has confirmed it has received 3 patients. So obviously it's too early to know those details or their conditions or even a motive, as details are still coming in. Okay, we have a new tweet in from Raleigh police. Let's put this up. Residents in the area of McConnell Oliver Drive, Tar Heel Club Drive, and Old Milburnie Road, they're being advised to remain indoors. Drivers are also advised to avoid this area and seek alternate routes. We also have a statement in on Twitter from Governor Roy Cooper. He says, I've spoken with Mayor Baldwin and instructed state law enforcement to provide assistance responding to the active shooter in East Raleigh. State and local officers are on the ground.
So, you know, I'll stay on top of this story. I'm interested to see what was the cause of this shooting, why it occurred, how it evolved into this level of violence. But it is getting wicked out here when it comes to these shootings, especially these mass shootings. And when all's said and done, when we look at it at the end of the year, it's going to be very interesting going back and reviewing these stories.
And they're working to stop the shooter and keep people safe. So, according to Governor Cooper, the shooting is still active. It is not resolved just yet, meaning that a suspect or suspects are still outstanding, and that this shooting rampage might be still going on, as Governor Cooper has said. So that is the latest update. Unfortunately, we don't have our live pictures anymore from our station down there, WRAL. This was the scene, though, as ambulances were staging outside of an emergency response center there in Raleigh in order to go, get victims, and law enforcement are on the search for either a suspect or suspects. So we are just a little bit after the top of the 4 o'clock hour, about 7:05 there Eastern on this Thursday night in Raleigh. This is what we know. According to multiple media outlets in the Raleigh market, multiple people have been shot, including a female off-duty officer. Now, there may be multiple fatalities, and there could also be multiple crime scenes. One thing here at Live Now we've confirmed is that a hospital in eastern Raleigh confirmed to us here that it has received 3 patients. Those patients are currently in their trauma center. No word on their conditions right now. Okay, so if you're new to Live Now from Fox, this is what we do. We bring you these breaking news stories from all across the country as they happen.
Wow.
And so as we get information in, we will provide that to you. Of course, details are quite sparse now about the situation. So it is still active. It is too early to know many more details or a motive of the suspect or suspects. And so we'll make sure to provide those details to you when we get them.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
We continue to follow this breaking news in northeast Raleigh of an active shooter in that area. This is ongoing. As of now, no suspect is in custody, and we're starting to hear from people that either work or live in that area.
Just kind of bring you up to date on where this is. This is near New Hope Road and Newbern Road, and it's near Osprey Cove and in that area. Now, we do have Taylor Burke, who was on the line. You're a business owner. Taylor, you tell us what you saw this afternoon and what you heard this afternoon.
Well, it was shortly after my boyfriend came home with the kids from school, and all of a sudden it was just a bunch of helicopters and police flying down the neighborhood. And
okay, so this sounds like a sister. So that is giving me an indicator that the super gremlin is behind this. That's it right there. That's it right there. The super gremlins are on demon time.
And we didn't really know what was going on. So then I just checked the Facebook group. Headingham has a Facebook group, and everyone was just talking about it, and then we heard active shooter. And when we looked in our backyard where the golf course is, there was just a bunch of officers, detectives, or with guns out and in the trees, walking down the golf course.
And Taylor, your family's safe. That's the good news to report tonight, correct?
Yes, we're all safe.
And what are other neighbors telling you about what they may have witnessed or what they heard outside? And of course, this is still ongoing, so.
It had to be terrifying, I know.
Right. Yeah, it was. We actually have a takeout spot right in the neighborhood. So we were receiving our food orders at Slick Skillet, and we were trying to fulfill them, but then people were letting us know that they weren't allowed in the neighborhood and others weren't allowed out of the neighborhood. So other than that, we've been inside, so we haven't been able to really speak to a lot of people. Most of the conversation has just been through Facebook posts or customers trying to, come get their food.
And of course, we know that Raleigh police told everybody in that area to kind of just lock down, and I'm sure that's exactly what you and your family and everyone did.
Yes, correct. So we're just staying in. We brought the dogs inside, just trying to wait for an update on a description. We're hearing a little bit of everything, but we don't know how true it is. Some people say it's a white male. I know an off-duty officer was shot amongst.
So you heard she tried to drop, it's a white male. Nobody knows. But the fact that they're interviewing this sister, it kind of gives me an indicator. But I could be wrong. Who knows? All I'm saying is, it's going crazy out here. This guy obviously took out as many people as he possibly could. This could be a glider community for sure. I'm not sure. They said they have the suspect in custody. So we'll probably find out very shortly.
A couple of other people, I don't know if they were just killed or injured.
Well, you're correct that it was, officers have said it is a male wearing camo and a long gun. So that description. Okay,
male wearing camo with a long gun, but they didn't say he was a glider male. But I guess they're assuming it was because he had camo.
Is correct. And as Taylor just mentioned, we have confirmed through our sources that one off-duty Raleigh police officer has been killed. And just a few moments ago, we actually know a second officer was also shot. And this happening in the area of McConnell, Oliver Drive, Tar Heel Club Drive, and Old Mill Bernie Road. That all of that area is being advised now to also stay indoors because that area had shots fired as well.
Absolutely. And Taylor, thank you very much for chatting with us. We really do appreciate it. I know you want to get back to your family. Stay safe, and we appreciate, again, you just taking a few minutes to kind of tell us what you saw, what you heard, and that sort of thing.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Baldwin, with me. Hi, I'm Raleigh Mayor Marianne Baldwin. With me tonight.
Jesus.
With me tonight is our Chief Police Information Officer, Lieutenant Justin Borneo, our City Manager, Marshall Adams-David, our Fire Chief, Griffin, and Stephen Bentley from Parks and Recreation. This is a sad and tragic day for the City of Raleigh. Just after 5 p.m. today, multiple people were shot on the Neuse River Greenway near Headingham subdivision. River Greenway.
Damn, them sirens loud as hell.
There is currently an active investigation. At this time, what we can report is that RPD has confirmed 5 fatalities. One of them was an off-duty Raleigh police officer. 2 others were also transported to the hospital. One is a Raleigh police canine officer. Thankfully, he did not have life-threatening injuries. At about 8 p.m., Raleigh police reported that they had a suspect contained in a residence in the area. Raleigh police are being assisted by numerous local and state law enforcement agencies. I would like to thank Governor Cooper for his swift action in assisting us and providing us resources that we needed. And I'd like to thank him for his support during this very difficult time. I'd also like to thank all of the assisting agencies. We appreciate their help and their support. All of us in Raleigh right now need to come together. We need to support those in our community who have suffered a terrible loss, a loss of a loved one. We need to support the family of the police officer who was killed and also the police officer who was shot. It's a tragic day because Raleigh police have lost one of its own.
Damn, is she gonna tell us what the hell happened?
I just want to thank the extraordinary officers of the Raleigh Police Department who even now, right now, are protecting us and putting themselves in harm's way.
Oh, so shout out to her for shouting out the police for sure.
To arrest the suspect. They care about our great city. They care about people who live here. And I just want to say we really appreciate them.
So it seems like she's a solid mayor. She's just dealing with a lot right now. Seems like she cares. She's empathetic to not only the citizens but the police's job and how difficult it is to do it.
To all of you watching or listening, I would ask that you reach out to those you love. Let people know you care. And we as a community need to come together to be there for those who need us now. And we must do more. We must stop this mindless violence in America. We must address gun violence. We have much to do. And tonight we have much to mourn. We will be back to report later to you this evening. Lieutenant Borneo will give you some times and times when we'd be available. What I'd like to say right now too is may God bless all of us in our great city.
Thank you, Mayor, for your support for the Raleigh Police Department. It's a very tragic day for us, and we ask for your prayers during this very challenging time for us. The chief has been at a professional conference. She is on her way back. We have been keeping her abreast of the investigation.
Wow, so a female mayor and a female police chief. And the women are still crying that we don't have position. Bruh, just look around. Y'all are everywhere. Y'all are everywhere.
She's been given up-to-date, minute-by-minute updates regarding the situation that is continues to evolve this evening. We can be happy to take any questions at this time. Keep in mind that this is an ongoing and active investigation, and any information is going to be limited.
Lieutenant, can you speak to the other people that were shot tonight? You mentioned there were 5 fatalities, including that officer. Anything about those other 4 people that were shot out?
At this time, we know that there were multiple injuries. We don't have any information regarding their condition. This is an active investigation.
Were they all on the Greenway?
Some were. That again is part of the investigation as we confirm their locations.
Have you been able to communicate with the suspect in this case?
What we know is the mayor has said that the suspect is contained. That suspect is contained.
I understand that, but have you been able to actually talk to them? I'm not asking about the nature of the conversation. Just have you guys been able to talk back?
We can certainly provide an update later regarding, again, this is an evolving investigation. Thank you very much.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot.
So it is what it is.